What's up, guys? Going into a game on Rendering Plant as Gorgon, of course. I've been doing a bit better with Gorgon. I think I'm still floating around that 50% win rate area, but considering I lost my first couple of games, I won my very first game, and then the next couple I lost. I've kind of brought it back in line with that 50% area, so I think I'm winning a bit more now. We'll see after a couple more games if I can get my win rate up to like 60 or 70% where the other monsters are for me. So my standard build is the everything but mimic, and I just slowly max that out, put 1 point into it each stage. Seems to work the best that I've found. I know some people like mimic, and some people say you should put like 3 points into it to make use of it and stuff like that. But I'm able to win this way, so this is kind of the way that I'm going to play Gorgon at least for the next few games until I feel really consistent, and then I might try other things. But I think the next thing that I want to try is using stealth pounces off the walls a little bit more, because I hardly ever do that, but I think it's doable inside of fights. So I would need to practice it a lot before I get good with it. I played a bot game and tried it out a little bit, and it seems like it would be doable. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult, obviously, against real players. So we're actually up against a Lazarus. This is the first game I've had against a Lazarus as Gorgon. I think Gorgon's going to do okay against Lazarus because you can see a lot of her abilities highlight cloaked hunters. Like Web, I think, has like an outline as they're taking that damage over time. Acid Spray, I think you can see a little bit when they're standing in the acid. Like a Distortion, I don't think it actually highlights them, but you can kind of see it. And then you can use spiders to kind of guard the bodies that you down as well. So I think Gorgon should have a relatively easy time against Lazarus, but we'll see. Before this patch, I really hated playing against Lazarus, so we'll see how I do. That was bad. I still feel like Gorgon's regular sneak pounce is like a little bit off from other monsters. It seems a little short to me. I'm gonna try to do something here that I did a long time ago, and I haven't done it, and I think my timing's off actually. I used to sneak around this way. Yeah, they should probably see me, because I think they just dropped. Yeah, they just dropped. They may have seen me sneaking around like that. If you do it correctly and you get right up next to the wall, though, they can't see you, and you can kind of juke them by leading them up north, and then juking all the way back south. I don't even remember what their trapper is, but I'm not going to waste too much time doing this. I think they might have had a Maggie, so that was kind of pointless if they had a Maggie, but I think it'd be good against, like, Jax. Specifically, Jack would be really good, Abe is really good to use it on, even Griffin. It's really just Maggie that you don't want to do that path on this map. But yeah, I used to really like that pathing, because you don't really want to go up towards the top to start off with, only because there's a lot less area to maneuver up at the top of the map, but you can lead the hunters up north and then go south and get all of your food before you have to take the fight. By the time they realize it, like I did just have birds, but by the time they actually get over here, I'm hopefully going to be evolved ready. Because usually they'll follow a little bit just to see if you started sneaking and went up north and tried to like juke around. They don't expect you to be basically behind them before the dropship even lands, which is doable on at least this map. Alright, so I'm just about there. Need one more food. And then I need to try to find a place that I can take a good dome. I don't really like evolving pre-dome. Obviously, if they force it, you can do it. Like, if they just won't throw the dome, then you have to. But if they'll take the fight at stage 1, I'm happy to do it. I don't really usually get down penalties, especially on Gorgon, but... And they also have damage resist, so... I definitely won't be getting a down penalty, I'm sure. I might be able to kill the Trapper, though, if I can get a good start on him. And then, obviously, because it's Lazarus, it'll be a little bit easier for me to just focus down the Trapper. They do have a Hank, though. So that's one thing. That was a pretty decent orbital. You saw me eating over there, probably. Alright, let's go after Maggie. She's kind of poking out a little bit too far, so I'm going to see what I can do with this. She's also line of sighted from Hank right now. It's kind of a mistake on her part. I need to follow this up quickly though. Yeah, Hank's got her. See if I can break line of sight at all. Nice, I got her down. Okay. So that's something you can do a lot of the time against Lazarus teams. I think if the Hank was a little bit more on point though, I shouldn't have necessarily got that. That was probably damage resist off to the left, but I don't really want to waste time. I want to get my evolve off. By the time we take a fight, I'm guessing that our buffs will be off anyway. So this is a bit of a risky spot to evolve in, but I'm going to try it. I usually don't like evolving right here. At least when I have armor, it's actually not as bad. The main reason I don't like it is because you're very exposed when you leave that area, so you take a lot of pot shots when you're leaving, but that actually wasn't that bad because you gained some armor when you evolve now. So that's probably a decent place to evolve, actually. Because it breaks line of sight decently. They have to, like, climb that ridge right up next to you. And having elevation like that when you're evolving is always good because it makes it harder for Hank to get above you to get a good orbital and stuff like that, so... If you can't find a cave, that's like the next best thing. Alright, so they're kind of surrounding me here. This is why you don't like the top side of the map, is because they can get a really good area where they are able to kind of corner you. I might get domed here, but I'm thinking that I might have made it past the trapper. He was off to the right. Maggie, I think but yeah, she's right there. So, I'm good. Ooh, that was actually a really good dome. I thought I was good there. And I'm half health because of that orbital as well, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of buying some time, I think. See if I can get maybe him trapped in that, yeah, he's trapped, you can see it on the minimap. Lennox. That's good for me. So I'm just gonna try to buy some time, because I could take quite a bit of the health damage if I go into this fight looking to deal damage. I usually don't play like this, but because if I'm going to go into a dome at half health, I don't want to take too much hit point damage. If Lazarus presents himself, I'll go for it, but... Ooh, that orbital. It feels like orbitals spread out a little bit more than they used to, but I might just be noticing it. I'm getting hit by them. This is going to be a bad spot for me. I came out of that dome without any traversals. So I'm going to take a little bit of damage here. I'm going to try to kind of hide my path. Somebody got hit by the spider, that'll buy me some time. That's why it's important to always drop spiders as you go, because it can throw people off. Whoever is the closest person to you are generally going to get captured, and it'll throw them off. They'll lose where you were and their direction and stuff like that. I would love some more food. There's a couple of striders. Alright, so I'm in an okay spot. I'm kind of doing what you can pretty easily do against Lazarus teams. It's just kind of stage up without taking a whole lot of health damage. I've actually taken a little bit more than I should have because of that last dome. You'll notice about around where my health is right now, if I would have had that full armor, I probably wouldn't have taken any health damage during that fight. Although I probably would have fought if I was full armor, but this would actually be a good dome for them as well right here. Yeah, they got it. They're doing pretty good a job. I'm doing worse than them doing well. I took damage from that nomad, which is really what hurt me. Took one more shot from an orbital, not a big deal. So I might brawl just a little bit here, but I'm really still looking to mitigate damage. Because again, I went into a fight without full armor. If I can armor up right here, that would be nice. Alright, that's really good. This is a good spot for me as well, because I can zone people out pretty nicely. I might actually down Lennox. Yeah, I did. I don't know if I'll be able to stay because I don't have a whole lot of armor. Okay, they got him up anyway. Never mind. I was gonna try to guard the body a little bit, but Lazarus wasted his cloak to do that. I might stick on him for the time being. I know he won't have a cloak available, so let's see if I can burn through Hank's shield to do this. Hank should be cloaking him soon. I think I'm staying too long. I gotta get out. They're playing well. I'm definitely a little bit behind right now. But I think Lazarus teams are a little weaker at stage 3 than other medics. Better at the early stages, so if I can get to stage 3 without taking any more damage, or if I can get a down penalty on Lazarus without taking a whole lot more damage, I'll be in a good spot. That was weird. So if I decide to take another dome, I'd like to take it around this cave, but I could just evolve here. They might have a dome up, but even if they do, I'm going to have this cave to work with, so that'll be helpful for me. They missed their dome. Works for me. I wonder how long they're going to hold it for. There, it went down. They had time too. I usually like to hold my dome a little bit longer, like almost, I don't know exactly, I should actually count it out in my head when I'm playing Trapper. I should get used to doing that, because normally I just hold it a little bit longer than the second like roar that the monster does. And that's usually around when they're coming out of their cocoon, but sometimes they can get one leap or one traversal off. If I count it down and throw it at like, I don't even know, how many seconds is it, like 9 seconds, 7 seconds for an evolve? I have to figure that out first. It's not something that usually matters. It could help me to throw it 1 second before the evolve's going to be done, to go for that Hail Mary. So they shouldn't be out on the map when there's a stage 3 Gorgon. So I'm gonna get this free down penalty. I mean, it might not be a down penalty, but I can do a little bit of bodyguarding here. Alright, so there's that. Now as long as I can see Lazarus, I could go after him. And now that he cloaked, I need to try to get back to the body. Okay, Lazarus is going for it. He got Maggie back up, but hopefully I can get a down penalty out of it. On him. Oh my god, he's so low. There we go. Okay. They might actually lose the game from this. They're all kind of low. Nice, I interrupted it. Need to make sure Lazarus dies so I can get this extra down penalty without them reviving her, even if I have to run. Oh wow, they got Mega Mouth as well. I'm not sure if Lennox actually went down. And I think Daisy was still up as well, so Daisy might have gotten Hank back up, and Hank might have ran off. Oh, there's Lennox. I think Hank's back up though. I think Daisy got her. Daisy got him rather. Either way, this game went from even to very far in my favor through this fight. And that was mainly because they were out on the map. They made a mistake, I capitalized on it. Alright, so I have 1 minute. I need to kill Daisy before I go after Hank. Alright, let's see if I can end this. Oh, it's Maggie that's up? I don't know why I thought it was Hank. Probably just because I didn't see him right away. Thought it was the support. How long do I have? 30 seconds. It should be a one game. There we go. So oh, Hank is up as well. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, well basically everyone's at 2 strikes except for Hank and Lazarus. Or maybe it's just Daisy that's up. I don't know. I have no idea who's alive right now. How is Daisy up? Yeah. It's gotta be Hank. Because I killed Daisy. Alright, they're gonna get a dropship then. For sure. So let me just armor up real quick and I might wait for them to land. Just take the fight. This should be fairly easy to clean up though. Alright, let's see. There's their dropship. I guess they already landed. This is a little bit of a mistake. I shouldn't be going after Trapper, but it was killer. Drop the spider next to it. I'm not actually sure where Lazarus is right now. There, he's right under me. Hank shielded him. That's one thing, is Hank is good if you hold the shield on against Gorgon, but once it's gone, it's not like they have that big power attack like Lightning Strike or Rock Throw that you can shield, and then everything else is just kind of little amounts of damage, so you can wait for your shield to recharge. Gorgon's kind of that slower damage over time, so it's hard to figure out when you can let your shield recharge. I think I got Lazarus down, but I'm not sure. Nope, still up. Alright, there we go. This Hank is pretty on point with those orbitals. I saw him pop up here somewhere. Did I get him? Yep, I got him. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.